Hey man, if you're going to cut class, give me a call. I'll cut with you. And then we'll go to Networking 101. Hey folks, there's not too many things out on the internet that get a bigger, badder rap than internet cookies, right? What are these things? Now I'll tell you what, if you read some of the stuff out there today, what they'll tell you is that internet cookie is a program that's installed on your machine that tracks what you're doing and tracks your preferences and stuff so that vendors can sell it or make some money out and stuff. 110% incorrect. Internet cookies are basically text file, right? That's really all they are, is that they're a way for internet sites to do a couple things to get an accurate measurement of how many people are actually visiting their site. And that gets to be pretty important, especially if you have a site that's advertiser supported. They want to know how many people you're getting in, and you can track that with a cookie. Cookies also will set up your preferences. If you go to other sites like even CISCO.com, what we'll do is we'll track your preferences. Like, is your favorite language English? And if that's your preference, then when you go there, you're going to get a site in English, especially if you're VPN and stuff like that. If you're connecting to a VPN that may be over in Israel and you're connecting back, you want to see that page in English because that's your preference. The site will look at that, and actually your browser is going to upload that cookie to that site. So before we get into the meat of it, let's take a look at what a cookie actually is. Now let me exit out of here, minimize my stuff. We use, this is a Mac, and so we're using Safari on here. And in Safari, they're pretty darn easy to find. Every web browser has their own little place to store them. In Safari, it's actually under the security tab. And what it'll do is allow you to limit and see those, but it'll allow you, if you click on the view, to see how many cookies you have on your machine and any attributes that may be assigned to these. Now, I'm going to pick on the Cisco site since I can kind of do that reasonably and not get in a whole bunch of trouble. So you'll see, if you look at the Cisco site, what's in every cookie that's actually out there is what we call a value in a name pair. Sometimes they'll have expiration dates, but they're called value and name pairs. That's all that's ever stored in these things. A site can have multiple cookies that they put on there, and they can have multiple entries in a cookie file, but all that's in them is a value and name. So let's take a look. The name on this one is something that's relevant to the site. A lot of times they're not going to say Jimmy Ray was here, because how are they going to know? That cookie is being installed, pushed down from the site, and it's looking at what our preferences are. Any expiration dates that we have on here, when we want that to actually go out and grab another cookie, and what this ID is. This is saying that this is what these contents are. If we click over here to this side, it's showing our expiration date. This might be a login, that type of stuff. This is showing where we came from on an IP address, so on and so forth. You can see in this one, my name and my value pair here is showing that I'm connecting to Cisco US. This is showing that I'm at Cisco. This is my value. See my value saying S language here? Scan it on over. That no expires there, because chances are I'm always going to want to use the same language. So I'm going to bring that across. My language here is English. So on and so forth. Is it flash capable? That type of stuff. You can see that all these pieces are in here and showing what our cookies are. Sometimes, if you look here, they'll actually have some of this stuff here that'll freak security people out. That'll say, look, they're recording access and stuff. But you can see it's encoded, so that the site can see it. And there's a lot of people that will block cookies from their website. And I'll be quite honest with you and stuff. There's some cookies you probably don't want on your machine, like we call tracking cookies. Tracking cookies will actually record different information. Other websites will actually put these on there and will track it. And most antivirus programs will find them in a second, and they'll just null them out and will zero them. But a cookie kind of works like this. And we're going to look at a very basic form of a cookie, because really, when you're looking to set this up, the vast majority of cookies out there today are the most basic form, right? My web browser is sitting here. What a horrible color that is. Let me change that color real quick. Let's see, pointer, color, red. There we go. Now let's go to another slide. What you're looking at is your web browser is going to be connecting up to, let's see, what website can we use? How about TechWiseTV.com? That's a pretty darn good one. If we're going to connect up to TechWiseTV.com, and we've been there before, what you're going to have is that when we connect up and we get an okay that we're on that site, our browser is going to immediately send out what our cookie preferences are. maybe what our view screen is, what our video preferences are, that type of stuff. These are things that make, navigating a website make us a lot happier because we're saying, hey, my website knows me. And that's what cookies are designed to do, to personalize the web, to deliver content that you want. You go on to your favorite retailer, it's going to show you stuff that you've bought or stuff that you may be interested in so they can target, and you're not on there all the time hunting and pecking for stuff. They make life a whole lot easier for you. So no need to panic on these things, right? Cookies are not programs. They are not programs. They are text files. They're text files to store data about preferences stuff. Yes, it's a good idea to always be aware of them. It's a good idea to not have tracking cookies on your machine, but they're there to kind of help you out. They're there to personalize the web, deliver the content you want, and that's really what Internet cooking is all about.